This is the WABX Rock Roundup. Welcome in once again. I am Dodger. Freshly cut, might I add. All right, here we go. Motley Crue headed back to Las Vegas. The band recently wrapped up a Canadian tour. Going to head back to their home, away from home in Vegas in September. The show being promoted as an evening in hell. The Crue, of course, pioneered that Vegas rock residency, and we're looking forward to seeing the madness continue. So, if you're headed to Sin City in September, go ahead and book that plane ticket and grab your tickets for Motley Crue, too. Oh, and by the way, if you hit up that Wayne Newton show, we won't judge you. David Lee Roth quickly becoming the David Hasselhoff of Japan. The Van Halen frontman who speaks fluent Japanese and lives in Japan for part of the year actually released a trailer for a movie that he shot and wrote. Yes, that's right. You heard me correct. Van Halen frontman David Lee Roth wrote and starred in a Japanese short film. That's really all that needs to be said, but we have video to go along with it.
Tsuki ni kawate, Oshiokyo.
Roth evidently plays a milk-stealing hitman. Oh, well, only Dave could come up with this. And, Van Halen will actually play some shows in Japan. They're scheduled to do some touring in June. And speaking of musicians with films, we give you Metallica. They will release Through the Never in September. The concert film was actually shot in Vancouver last year. They've put it together with some 3D imagery and a short story about some roadie that's been sent on a mission. Well, check this out and you'll see. So if you are needing more Metallica, and more Metallica in 3 dimensions, wait no longer. And finally, Brian May of Queen, sounding off about, well, talent competitions on television. The Queen frontman saying it's not the competition that he doesn't like, it's actually the fact that there's a lack of art. May saying, when we sing or play for real, we're not screaming at the top of our lungs, trying to persuade someone to notice us. Of course, May went on to say that the music should be about the emotion and the interaction with the crowd, or in other words, just be like Queen for crying out loud, and you'll be all right. Well, as long as you don't invite this guy along to the concert. Eesh. I'm trying to forget about that era of Queen. That's it. That's the WABX Rock Roundup. I am Dodger. And check us out on Facebook. It's facebook.com/WABX1075. You also find us on, well, the web, WABX.net. You can get all the rock news there. And we're on Twitter as well. You can find me, twitter.com/Dodger Radio. See you back here next week for another edition of the WABX Rock Roundup.